Hey everybody, it's Wednesday, February 28th. Hope everybody's having a good day. So this is an update on my P1000 Rat build by Takon. So in the previous video, you saw I had issues with the treads. So I went back and a suggestion from one of you, sorry I can't remember your name at the moment. They put up a link to a video by Andy's Hobby HQ, who also did the build. It's a great video. I highly recommend this channel. Great channel for builds. But Andy was correct, as was a lot of other people. So the correct way to build these treads over here, you're going to use a lot less. On the front end, it says that you're supposed to use 7 of them. That is incorrect. You put your large piece here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the smaller A1 pieces. And then your A6 will go here, connect it to here, and then add another A1 right there. And as you can see, it comes out it looks a lot better than what it did before. Now this is the right track. I got to show you the left track because it ended up being screwed up. And then also from here, the same thing. I'm gonna put your larger one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then your other larger piece. You're not going to use the 8 like it says in the instructions. So you will have extra pieces left over. And like I said, I'm always learning. I'm always glad to learn. He was using the Tamiya extra thin cement with that really thin tip. This stuff works wonders. I don't know why I haven't used it before, but it's great because it melts that plastic. And basically what I did was I just laid them out flat. And in about 3 minutes, in his video he said about 5 minutes. For me it was about 3 minutes, probably due to the temperature and humidity. And it had welded them enough that I was able to put it on and bend them around the correct way. So it looks really good. I really like it. However, I did screw up on the original left track that I messed up on. So I'll show you here. I messed up. I put one piece in the wrong place. I believe I put the piece is supposed to go back up here in the front, right there in the back, so it is messed up. But this is not a display piece. This is just for gaming, so not too worried about it right now. Like I said, I'll probably end up getting another one once now that I know better. Yeah, this is really. I really wish that they would clarify some of this stuff on the instructions, but hey. It is what it is, and that's what these videos are for. I hope somebody finds this useful. And again, Andy's Hobby HQ is a great resource for building tanks if that's your niche. It's not mine. Like I said, I'm just getting into it. But yeah. So yeah, the left side is not looking too great. Right side looks perfect. So let's move on. Oh, and another thing. This is not glued in. Yours may vary from mine. However, these things, the way that they're made, it'll just pop right in like so, and they're in there, so there's no need to glue them onto the blower hull. There really isn't. Yeah, you can see right there in the front. Whoops, you see the difference in there. Again, this is going to be for the gaming table as an objective. This is not a display piece or for a competition, so I'm fine with it. I'm okay, and that's the key to any hobby. If you're happy with it, that's all that matters. Doesn't matter what anybody else says. But yeah, you don't have to glue this in. Very sturdy. So you shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake. They're not coming out. So let's move on to the upper hull. Now, I started on the upper hull, and this is the instructions again. They want you to put these anti-aircraft guns on the back. I've seen a lot of videos concerning the Rat and I'm going to call it the Rat, not the Ratte, from this point forward. It's just a little easier for me to say right now due to something going on with my teeth. But for the most part, it is a sci-fi military vehicle. It was never made, so you have a lot of freedom with what you can do. So it has these anti-aircraft guns. I have not built them yet, but it also came with those 2 Mauses. So what I decided to do, Now, this is your sprue for the turret of the mouse. It's going to be sprue F. Use the whole thing to make the turret. This is the part I want you to be aware of. Okay. So the turret, it's nothing special. It's great. Nice little thing here. Now, if you notice on the bottom, you see those little pegs? If it would focus. Oh, it won't focus. There we go. It's a little bit better. Those little pegs. So what that is for, obviously, is when you put it on your hull, the upper hull, you plug it in and it can turn around. Great. Cool. But again, this is a sci-fi vehicle, and I've seen quite a few concept photos, and my friend Scott W., who hooked me up with some, showed that some of the rats have the mouse turrets on the rear end. That's where this comes in. Again, this is on your sprue number F. Okay, so what you got to do, I've already glued one on. As you can see, I already did most of the upper hull work. I haven't put in the rails yet, or the ladders. So I put one right here on the rear. In order to make this work on, in order to make your turret work on there, I'm going to show you over here on the sprue. Hopefully it'll focus in. Okay, so those little pegs right here. That one, that one. That's what's supposed to go in here. They're too thick for it to actually move. It'll plug in once you put it into the plugs, but it won't turn. So what you have to do, and it's also for the upper hull of the mouse itself. You're going to have to, I'm hoping it'll focus a little bit better. No, it's not doing it. Don't worry, I'm going to be getting a new phone with a better camera. But what you have to do is cut those in half, literally. Maybe a little bit more, like 75%. Just cut them in half. And what'll happen is you'll be able to put the sucker on. I'm going to talk about this turret a little bit more in a second. But you'll be able to put this turret on. Now it can rotate all the way around. I think it looks pretty cool. I like it like that. And for painting purposes, you know, you've got this little lip right here. Just use your alligator clip so you can paint this on its own and so it doesn't get stuck. This part was glued on. Doesn't fit exactly. You can see a little bit of a lip there. It's something you can fix, but for my purposes, it's fine. But the turrets of the mouses, it has that gap right there, right at the top. Despite how much I tried to fit it in, if you push it all the way in, then the bottom of the turret will not fit. You'll end up having a gap on the bottom. So I opted just to leave the gap up there. I'll fill it here shortly with some green stuff just to make it nice and flush. Or I may not. You know, it's not a big deal. It's not, once you paint it, you're not going to be able to see it anyway. So yeah, there's the turret. I think that's going to be a lovely addition there. Now, for the anti-aircraft turrets, shows it only has 2. Mine came with 3 after reviewing the contents of the bag. So that opens up another possibility. I apologize for the shaky camera and all this goodness. Oh, I'm sorry. It came with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So guess what? These guns are super fiddly. I just bent one touching it. So there's 4. And guess what? You got enough space. 1, 2, 3, 4. After you put your Ratte turret there, your mouse turret back here, you can put 4 there. So it can be loaded down with weapons. One option I saw on a picture that, again, Scott showed me was putting one of these on top of the big gun. I'm not sure I'm going to do that. Actually, I know I'm not going to do that. I just don't think it'll look quite right. While it would make sense in a sci-fi setting, I just don't think it'll look right. So I'm going to opt to put all 4 of them right here. 2 here, 2 here, obviously. The gun right there. So maybe this was just a mispack by Takon, because it's certainly not in the instruction manual. But hey, it'll look cool with all those guns there, wouldn't it? On the flip side, these turrets do use the same exact connection plug, same size as the one on the mouse. Since I'm not using those mouse holes, maybe I will just put 2 of them on the Rat, and then put these anti-aircraft guns on the mouse holes to make it a little bit interesting. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. Still kind of early. So yeah, looks pretty cool. And just to throw this on there real quick, this hole needs a little bit of cleaning up, as you can see here. Look at that. That is a big sucker. And you know what? Since I'm using it for 15mm games, let me get a 15mm mini out of the box. Let's see what we have. What do I want to put next to it? You know what? We'll use a salamander. For size comparison. We'll get a salamander. We'll get a Rebel Mini. Yeah, Shular Merc, I believe is what it's called. And a Goda Clan by Coruscant Miniatures. That's a pretty damn big tank. Of course, it's not to scale because obviously the mouse turret would be way bigger. Actually, let's go ahead and use the salamander. I mean, you know, we use our imagination for these games anyway. Yeah, it'll look pretty nice on the table. I will give it that once I get it painted. Haven't decided what I'm going to paint it as yet. Well, I think I have. I'm not quite sure. I haven't decided. So yeah, this is, like I said, this is the Takon 1/144th scaled version of the P1000 Rat. I'm going to be getting another one. One of these. But I'm definitely going to be getting a much larger one in 1/72nd scale. It's coming out, well, it's actually already out. I've just got to order it. So, yeah. The next video will probably be the final build, because this actually, once you get the tracks done, the treads done, and the suspension work done, this builds up really, really quick. Alright guys, have a good one. Take it easy. Let me know if you guys are building it, your suggestions, and I'll talk to you later.